Hello, my friends, and welcome to another fucking episode of Aggressive Pogo here in the Open Ultra League, featuring an amazing team and mainly featuring Cresselia, aka Saturn. Cresselia is absolutely amazing. If you don't have one, I beg you to please get one or build one up if you do have one, because this thing is so worth it. Finally have one for the Ultra League. Took me a long time. I mean, I never focused on it. I was always focused on just like excelling other Pokemon or like working on shadows. As you can see, I never have Stardust, and it's because I spend absolutely all of it trying to give you guys content down to the fucking pennies. So, this team did amazing, by the way. I have 6 battles for you. Snorlax in the lead, Cresselia safe swap, and Trevenant in the back. Trevenant in general is just a fucking god. I'm probably going to have a separate video on Trevenant alone coming up next, because oh my god, Trevenant is so good. So good against anything. It doesn't matter what it is. Unless, of course, it's like a Pidgeot or a Noctowl. But other than that, Trevenant is a fucking problem. Cresselia gave me some really good wins today. Oh yeah, and in this first match, I have a different team. But it's just for this one match, so don't mind it. Letting Gyarados go down, and I'm gonna let Charizard close out the rest of this game. Will Charizard be able to get a triple kill to close this out? Up 2 shields as well. My opponent coming back in with the Abomasnow, and I'm okay with him throwing energy so that I can be at 100 energy for whatever comes up in the back. And it's a Poliwrath. And Poliwrath does run Ice Punch and Scold. Going for the Blast Burn. Will this land? And my opponent shields. And I'm going to shield myself. And my opponent has to do about 6 mud shots to get to another one. Going for the Blast Burn. Is it enough? And it almost is. And I'm able to wing attack down. Able to wing attack the Abomasnow. Let's fucking go. That's a G fucking G to that opponent. Okay, now running the Shadow Snorlax in the lead up against a Walrein, and this is a great lead. And as I said, man, this team is so good. You're going to see a lot of notifications popping up on the side, or me getting items and spinning Pokestops, because I did have my Pogo watch on. So it was spinning Pokestops while I was playing and catching Pokemon while I was playing. And this was between the Rapidash time, I believe, where the Spotlight Hour. So I was just catching shit left and right. Taking out the Snorlax. And Trevenant is coming in. Taking out the Walrein. I'm sorry. My Snorlax is going down, and I'm bringing in my Trevenant. And I'm winning CMP. Does my opponent respect it? He does not. Charizard's coming in. I'm bringing in Cresselia. And my opponent calls it quits. And that is a G fucking G. Let's go. Into the third battle. Snorlax up against Gyarados. Gyarados, if you haven't seen my previous video, is amazing. Hydro Pump Gyarados. Took a lot of people by surprise running him. And man, I'm starting to see it more often. I gotta say it. I'm not saying it's because of me, but I am definitely seeing it a lot more often. Bringing in Cresselia, I have Moonblast to go up against this Giratina. And even if he has Shadow Sneak, it's not going to be doing an amazing amount of damage, because Cresselia is so fucking bulky. Look at that. Taking 2 Dragon Claws, still surviving, getting to the Moonblast. My opponent's shield, he's down 2 shields. This is probably a 3rd Dragon Claw. My opponent tries to go with an Ancient Power. Doesn't fucking matter. Cresselia does not care. Moonblast landing. And he's bringing in the Gyarados again. And I'm getting to a Grass Knot. And he's shieldless. And it does a good amount of damage. Sniping with the Shadow Snorlax like a fucking savage. Taking out the Gyarados. My opponent has the Giratina left. And I'm thinking I could just lick a little bit. And he's throwing his energy. Trevenant has 2 shields. He can come in, clean up, and close this out. My opponent winning CMP, and I could have just let this go because it was just a Dragon Claw, and I could have done a 2 shield flex, but fuck that. I want to guarantee the W, and that is a G fucking G. Let's go. You'll probably hear my dog snoring in the background because he's so fucking loud, and I love him to death, but goddamn Colin, you're so loud. My opponent bringing in a Charizard, and I let him throw his energy. Big mistake. Should have thrown before. Baiting the Seed Bomb, and I get a shield. Very fucking lucky. Getting to the Shadow Ball before he gets to another move. And my opponent shields again, but he's able to farm me all the way down. I can bring in Cresselia or Snorlax to absorb all of this energy. It doesn't matter. Both of these Pokemon are so bulky. And I think I just let Snorlax go down, knowing that a Grass Knot would be enough after these Psycho Cuts. And he brings in a Walrein to try to catch a Moonblast. But nope, I went for the Grass Knot, my friend. And will Cresselia be able to clean up? 3v1, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this Cresselia go. Getting to the second Grass Knot. Almost owing the Walrein. Couldn't speak English there. My opponent going straight Icicle Spear. And we're able to Psycho Cut all the way down. He's bringing in the Komodo, and I'm getting to the Moonblast. Boom! Get the fuck off my screen. Charizard's coming back in. I still have a shield, and a Grass Knot should be enough to take him out. And we win a savage 3v1. Let's fucking go. That is a G fucking G to that opponent. Let's go, dude. That was amazing. So fucking hype off that one. Snorlax into Cresselia. This is a beautiful matchup. We're Shadow, we have the stab body slams to do a decent amount of damage, and these licks are adding up, and we are more spammy. My opponent going for a non-stab Moonblast. Ladies and gentlemen, you should just go Grass Knot in this battle. As you'll see, it does more damage, and Cresselia gets to it way faster. Getting to the back-to-back body slam. Oh, this is the match. Getting to the second body slam, I remember this one, and my opponent lets it through. And my opponent calls it a quits. And that is a G fucking G. Snorlax pissed him the fuck off. Dragonite coming through. Going for the body slam. Does my opponent respect it? He does not. And it does a solid amount of damage. And a Alolan Sandslash is coming in up against my Cresselia swap. And he's going straight Ice Punch. And I should be able to tank it. And this is a very neutral battle. And I don't want to go for Moonblast because it's just a waste of energy. So I'm just going to keep spamming these Grass Knots and maybe bait the Future Sight. Maybe bait it, pretend like I have it. But my opponent is not falling for it. So I'm just going straight Grass Knot. And seems to be working out. We're staying pretty even on HP. Getting to another Grass Knot, the third one I believe. And my opponent is just tanking them. And I'm tanking the Ice Punches. And I think I can even tank this one and get to this Grass Knot. And I do. Cresselia is a fucking bulky motherfucker. A bulky bitch. God damn, she's thick as hell. Jesus. Superpower coming through and it lands. And now all I have is the Trevenant. Will I be able to farm down this Dragonite? He swaps out and he has a Gyarados with Waterfall in the back. And this is absolutely perfect. We both have 2 shields. Going for the first one. And my opponent lets it land. And I have the back-to-back already. And I'm catching the move on the Cresselia. Let's fucking go. And I'm just farming all the way down. And the Dragonite's coming back in. And I have a shield. And I'm going to farm that bitch down too. And that is a G fucking G. Let's go, baby. Wow. That was absolutely beautiful. I hope you guys enjoyed these battles. Please hit that like button. Comment down below what you'd like to see next. I love you all very much, and thank you so much for the support. Get yourself a fucking Cresselia. This thing is absolutely insane, and I will see you in the next fucking episode.